Could I offer you a craft single? Well, that was a lovely little intro, wasn't it? Hi, welcome back to another Deck Tech. What am I going to be showing you today? Let's see if I can recreate it. It wasn't as meaty as a slap. Marisi, Breaker of the Coil. I built this deck, I think about a year ago. This used to be a, Thantis deck. Thantis the Warweaver, and it just made things attack. But I switched it to this commander because I like it better. I like the idea better, and I just think it does its job better. Anyway, so what is Marisi, Breaker of the Coil? Well, he's 1 red, green, white, so Naya colors for a legendary creature, Cat Warrior, 5/4. Your opponents can't cast spells during combat. Okay, that rarely comes up, but it's helpful. And then whenever a creature I control deals combat damage to a player, goad each creature that player controls. And goading means those creatures have to attack that turn if able, and they have to attack someone else other than me if able. So if one of my creatures connects with an opponent, all of their creatures have to attack and can't attack me. The very fun deck, the goal of the deck is just to create chaos, turn my opponents against each other, and it's really good at doing that. So how about we get started with the, say with me now, the lands. Again, build cheap land bases, it's going to help a lot. I have 6 forests, 6 plains, and 3 mountains. I don't know why I have so many little mountains. Like, I don't know. I have all 3 of the cycle lands, because I think they're pretty helpful. Command Tower, because it's 3 color. Again, with Exotic Orchid, 3 color. Jungle Shrine, I have all 3 of the temples, so good scrying, good utility. Scattered Groves, pretty good land. Clifftop Retreat, Rootbound Crag, Boros Garrison, Windscarred Crag, Rugged Highlands, Gruul Turf, Myriad Landscape, Temple of the False God, Terramorphic Expanse, Ash Barrens, Thespian Stage, Evolving Wilds, Blighted Woodland, and Labyrinth of Scophos, aka the sugar-free version of My brain is having an aneurysm. Maze of Ith. Oh my god. Next up, we got some artifacts. Sol Ring, because this is a commander deck after all. Arcane Signet, because it is a commander deck after all. Commander Sphere. I don't care what people say. I think it's a pretty good card. 3 mana, gives you 1 mana, and if you need it in a pinch, it can draw you a card. Mind's Eye. Very good card draw. Staff of Nin. Not so good card draw, but it's a cheap card, and so it goes in here. Lightning Greaves. To help give creatures haste. Again, they want to be connecting quickly when my commander comes out. It can also just protect my commander. Bloodthirsty Blade. Helps with the goading process. And Assault Suit. A very funny card. Now let's move on to some enchantments. Woo! I have all 3 of the impetuses. I feel like I'm swearing. This one gives me treasures. This one is just big, and this one helps if they want to attack with other things as well. I think they're good in this deck because they goad things, as long as they're enchanted, and they give me benefits, or they just hurt my opponents in some way. Crescendo of War. It escalates pretty quickly. Like, yeah. one turn around the table, things are getting +4/+0 for attacking and blocking. I call that a win. Mirror March. Again, I have some slippery creatures in here that's hard to block. And if I can get this out and I need to goad multiple opponents, this does the job in a pinch. Court of Grace. I love the Monarch mechanic. And this just brings the Monarch to the table. And if I'm goading people, they can't attack me, they can't become the monarch, I'm making 4/4 angels. Win-win. And those 4/4 angels make sure that I can keep goading them because they have flying. This is just a pretty good card. Ride of the Raging Storm, always a fun card. Just give my opponents a 5/1 that they can't attack me with. Heck yeah. Funny Bedlam, let's go. Creatures can't block. Why need slippery creatures when they can't block anyway? Just hit them with a 1/1 and then they're goaded. Duelist Heritage, it incentivizes them to attack other people, and when they do, I can say, hey, that 10/10 Blightsteel Colossus, double strike. LOL. Bitter Feud, another funny card, just put 2 opponents in a bitter feud. And Sunbird's Invocation, again, card advantage is good. I like it. I like the funny Firebird. Next up, the instant and sorceries and the 2 planeswalkers. Rampant Growth. I mean, we're in green. I wanna get lands out. Ramp. Farseek, again, ramp. And what else is there to say? Cultivate, Tempt with Discovery, Explosive Vegetation, all part of the like whole ramp package that you kind of have to do with green. Like it's in the contract. I'm sorry. Hull Breach for some removal, pesky artifacts, enchantments, or both. Promise of Loyalty, a good new board wipe that came out with the Strixhaven commander decks that's perfect for this deck. I like it a lot. I am loyal to this card. Fumigate, another board wipe. You know, I have a couple board wipes in here just in case things go sour for me. Phyrexian Rebirth, another good board wipe. Austere Command, a flexible board wipe. And Harmonize. I like card draw. Disrupt Decorum, a funny kind of last-ditch effort if I can't get in with my creatures to just be like, you know what? I'm tired of this. Goad all the creatures. Clash of Titans, instant. It's kind of 2 creature removal. Naya Charm, a flexible card. Artifact Mutation, another flexible-ish card, plus gives me tokens. The Wanderer, listen, I don't want my opponents dealing damage to me. I'm doing that with goading, but they might still be able to do non-combat damage to me. Nah, not anymore. And Elspeth. She makes tokens, she destroys stuff, she gives my creatures bigger. What's not to love? Now, the meat of the deck. Sakura Tribe Elder, more ramp. Spirit Endall, Soltari Trooper, and Soltari Foot Soldier. 3 creatures with Shadow. Shadow is like the better version of flying because nobody plays Shadow. Basically, a Shadow creature can't be blocked by creatures without Shadow. It can only be blocked by creatures with Shadow, and it can only block creatures with Shadow. Shadow. Ginger Brute, a very good cheap creature that's pseudo-unblockable unless they have haste. Frontier Warmonger just gives all the creatures a menace for attacking opponents. I think that's pretty good. Audric, Master Tactician, again, attacking with enough creatures, I can just say, hey, hello, nothing blocks. LOL, get lolled. I am ruffling on the floor. Loyal Apprentice makes tokens, flying tokens, easy to get in, easy to goad stuff. Tongarth, give them to an opponent. Hey, bro, have a gift. He's gonna attack. Hunted Dragon. I have a couple creatures in here that just give my opponent's creatures, because if I have some stuff like the unblockable shadows, then just giving my opponent's creatures means giving them more bodies to swing at other opponents. Why not? Why attack the opponent myself when I can just have them do it for me? This really says a lot about society. A Crow and Horse. More bodies to put out. Urabrask the Hidden. Probably like the least impactful Praetor, but it's pretty good in this deck because I also want my opponents to enter the battlefield tapped, because if they have anything with haste that they can play, they can attack me with it. I don't like that. Tap it down, save it for the next turn rotation to where it can be goaded. Same reasoning with Kanjali Sunwing. Agitator Ant. They're already going to be goated. Why not make them bigger? Harsh Mentor. I want your creatures to be attacking, not slacking off and tapping for mana, or drawing cards, or tapping for some other reason. I want them to be tapped to attack. This guy will make sure they do that, and they do it right. Keeper of Fables. I want to be attacking a lot, so this helps me draw cards. Avatar of Slaughter. That's mainly for like an end game, like all the creatures are goated. Let's just give them double strike. Combat Calligrapher, another thing that gives my creatures, or my opponent's creatures. Skyline Despot, again, gives me the Monarch, and makes me 5/5 dragons. Jared Carthalion doesn't make me the Monarch, makes an opponent a Monarch, but it should be easy to get back. Warmonger Hellkite, again, all creatures attack each combative fable. I'm pretty sure this was also in the Thantis deck when this was a Thantis deck. Aesthetic Slime, just some good removal. Sun Titan, some good recursion. Gideon's Avenger will become huge very, very quickly when, you know, a lot of the stuff is becoming tapped. And they're tapped. This is kind of like a good like game ender if all their stuff is tapped. Direfleet Daredevil, that's some cool ramp you played. Mind if I have some too? Mom said it's my turn on the Xbox. And Vengeful Ancestor. Goading all their stuff. This is just going to slowly kill them. It was in the new Commander set for Adventures in the Forgotten Realm. I like it. It's a cool little dragon spirit. 5 scales out of 7 teeth. And that is my deck for... Maybe I can get it this time. That was a meteor slap. That was a pretty decent slap. Marisi, Breaker of the Coil. A deck that not all my friends like. But I like it. I like to make my opponents do my work for me. So yeah. I'm going to feed you this craft single.